Hello and welcome to Anthony's Brick Builds, and today we'll be going over my top 10 favorite sets in the late second half of 2023 LEGO Ideas set reviews. There have been 49 products that have achieved 10,000 supporters, and now those 49 products I have picked my top 10. Before we get into this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn the notification button on if you have not already. Let's head right into number 10. Number 10, The Taylor Swift Lover's House by Donnie Dings. It's a really nice model of the Lover House from the Eras Tour. It does have a bunch of different rooms inside. Those will be flashing up on screen right now. We have many awesome little rooms, including some green ones. I like the parts usage included for that drum set, and also having her upside down is a really creative idea. Then we also have some of these chrome elements in the red room over here, and it does look very nice. And then there is the stairway. I do like that they didn't use the pre-molded spiral staircase, but they did use pickaxes for the handles. So a really nice and creative model for Taylor Swift. Number 9, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Luxo Blood. Don't know if I said that name right, but if I apologize. But we have the Hungry Caterpillar right here, a really awesome and unique model. They do have the fruits and veggies in the back of a hole through it, and of course you have the Hungry Caterpillar itself. Looks amazing. I do like the interchanging colors of the red head, 2 greens, and the teal body, and then that alternates with the blue and teal until the end. Looks really cool, and it almost looks like the caterpillar could go through the pear, strawberry, orange, blueberry, and apple. But that looks so cool, and this is what the caterpillar looks like just straight out. Using a lot of ball joints in here, and you can see the really fun shapes you can twist the caterpillar into. So a really nice hungry caterpillar. Number 8, The Landscape Photographer by Lobster Thermid. Looks really nice model. It also reminds me of the dioramas we've had for LEGO Star Wars, but on a far grander scale with the snot bricks at the bottom to give that rock look as it goes up from rock to soil. And then the sand where that old, looks like 1920s car is, and of course you have the camera on top of the car taking a picture of probably mountains in the background, and that tree to the right of the car looks fantastic. The sand green on the car looks really nice, and it does give that old vibe to it. Then the soil and plate use stacking on the exterior of the model looks really nice, and it gives that feel of like we're seeing it from a whole different perspective. So a really nice model by Lobster Thermid. Number 7, NASA's Space Launch System by NASA Rocket Builder. This is the Archimedes rocket, and this reminds me a whole lot of the Saturn V rocket we got from LEGO Ideas, so hopefully we'll get a repeat of LEGO Ideas NASA rockets. You can see in this image that the rocket can split into its respective parts of the rocket boosters, the fuel cell, and of course the main engine, and the crew command capsule up at the top. In this image, you can see that there is an amazing view of the rocket on its side angle, laid down just like the Saturn V rocket is, and you see that there is a nameplate just like in LEGO Star Wars UCS sets with some micro figs included. And then at this angle, you can see, I believe it's called the Orion spacecraft that does sit in the nose of the rocket. It looks really nice, and this is what it looks like out of the rocket with the solar panels on the exterior and the crew command module or the final rocket booster attached to it. So a really, really nice and amazing modular rocket. Number 6, Disney's Pixar Luxo Junior Lamp by Toby Kenobi 20. This is a beautiful model of probably the most well-known lamp in the entire world, and of course one of the best known balls in the world, of that Pixar ball that's seen in practically every single Disney Pixar movie. We'll get into it with the amazing kind of ability that this lamp has of positioning itself just like a desk lamp itself. I would love to see if this model does get picked, lights on the inside to actually make it a real light. And the ball looks really nice. How they made it a spherical shape out of Lego bricks looks nice. And you can see from the back that Luxo Jr. is not a really big model, but it does have a really commanding presence to it. And then this, of course, is the most recognizable angle of him after he hopped on the eye in the beginning of Pixar. So a really amazing Luxo Jr. lamp. Number 5, Mary Poppins Cherry Tree Lane 60th Anniversary by Freva Kraken. This project includes 11 minifigs, Mary Poppins from 1964, Brett, Jane, Michael, Mr. Banks, Admiral Boom, Mary Poppins from 2018, Mr. Dwayne's Jr., John, Maribel, and of course, Georgie. So you can see the main model right here does have 2 separate buildings to it, as well as the third of Admiral Boom's house with the smokestack and of course the sails on either side. Those 2 large houses have on the inside of 2 separate movies from 2018 and 1964. So amazing Easter eggs included in this 60th anniversary tribute. Number 4, Working Lego Bicycle by Sleepy Cow. This is an amazing model of probably one of the best modes of transportation of the bicycle. This is a bicycle that actually works as a pretty substantial model. If you have touched some of those wheel elements that are split into fourths, they are large Technic elements and they do take up a lot of room. But this is a really nice parts usage of those parts to make that amazing bicycle. It actually does work using the chains included in it. There is a small water bottle on the bottom in the water holder. You can see that there would be a part that Lego would not put in of that gun element used on that clip element since it was taken away in the early 2000s. But some amazing parts usage to make that happen. There's also a working kickstand as well with a spring in there. And then moving on to the back, you have the brakes, and it looks amazing with the chain going around the back. And it looks like the chain is that kind of rust color for when your chain does sometimes rust. So a really amazing model by Sleepy Cow. Number 3, the Flying Scotsman Liver Class A34437 Pacific Steam Locomotive by Loco Builder B. So this is a amazing model and also pretty much a mouthful name for the Flying Scotsman. This is a 462 steam locomotive. It does have 2 tenders included, and for those 2 tenders, there are options for a second battery box. The first tender does have the battery box included, but there is space for an optional second one to really help that train move and pull the 4 cars included in this set. You have the kitchen car, the dining car, and the sleeping car, as well as the guard van. So it has a really nice views, as you can see in the cross-section images, that some parts of the outside can be taken away, so you can see the inside. You can also see there is a little Easter egg in the guard's cabin of Benny's toolbox from the CMF pack of Lego Movie 2. But all that being said, a really well done Flying Scotsman. Number 2, The Muppet Show by Bulldozer. This is an amazing model, probably one of the funniest American shows of all time, The Muppets. This is the stage where you can see the Muppets do their thing, and you also have the booth box where the 2 old guys sit and criticize everything that Kermit and his gang does. I would like to draw your attention though to the front of the stage where you can see the amazing parts uses of that eagle as well as the gold dynamite elements to give it that really nice look. On the back of the set you can see that there is the backstage area where you have the separate areas of the props area, Gonzo's cannon, Miss Piggy's dressing area, along with many others. You can see that there's the penguins up front of course, with animals drum set up there, with the Muppet Show song on a print 2x2 tile. There's also a lot of other elements to give that kind of backstage feel to it. And in this image is probably one of the best that you can see the sets that can go up onto the stage of Beaker and Dr. Mellon, as well as a bunch of other awesome elements that can be put onto the stage to really bring the Muppet Show to life. Number 1, the top spot in my top 10 goes to the Big Boy Locomotive by Hassefeld. Sorry if I did say your name wrong, but your model is probably one of the best I've ever seen, mock or official Lego alike. The Big Boy is a 4884 locomotive by Union Pacific, where it was made from 1941-1945. I believe there was around 20 to 25 built, and this is modeled off the 14th model. The Union Pacific Big Boy is over 1 million pounds or 543 tons, 132 feet long, and is minifigure scale. And it is a 2,312 piece set, so right around a good $200 set. It does navigate Lego's tight curves. If you do want to see that video, I'll have that down in the description because this is just amazing. Now moving on to the actual set itself, the parts usage is amazing and beautiful to give that locomotive look, and of course the Big Boy's distinctive look as well. It is also its minifigure scale, like I said before. You do see X4014 as the 14th Big Boy build. It does have working pistons and articulation, which is amazing. The cabin is also really nice and detailed, and the back of the tender looks amazing. And of course it is power function, so it is amazing, using a lot of that confined space inside the Big Boy to make it actually work. And this is a picture of what it does look like on a regular Lego track. Amazing set by Hassefeld. Really thank you for the amazing model. Thank you guys for joining me for this wonderful episode of Anthony's Brick Builds. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn the notification button on if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in the next LEGO Ideas video, and hopefully reviews of these sets to come. See you guys then. Have a great rest of your day.